chase after it. See when it finishes. Hello and welcome back to TyBuilda's channel. We're gonna do a user suggestion by Nazar Bro's brother. He suggested logic gates, pole, and autopilot. I'm only gonna be doing autopilot because I don't know what a logic gate pole is. And I don't know what he means by autopilot. So we're just gonna do the only autopilot I actually do know. Anyways, by what I mean is, I mean like sensors, like the old kind of autopilot. If you saw during the update, the Mecha Mock update, when they were doing a live stream, they had this like what's it called? The RC block and position sensors. That's not what we're gonna be doing today. The RC stuff and the position sensors. So what we're gonna do instead is the distance sensor stuff, where we put one of these in front and then have the vehicle just move forward forever, kind of thing. So let's get started. I kind of want to use one of my default vehicles, so it'll be easier to hook this up to things. So we're gonna go with the leaf spring. The leaf spring is my choice for today's sensor stuff. You can use any default vehicle with this, I'm presuming, but it doesn't have to be something complex or anything. What we're gonna start off with is a couple of these distance sensors. Now, we're gonna fine tune them later. We're just gonna be placing some of these in front. Now, they don't have to be in a specific orientation, and I don't think I need this much. But, yeah, I don't think you need this much. I just put too much here. Now we're gonna go ahead with a hinge. I'm gonna use the mechanical servo joint or something. Oh, there's studs there. Oh, that's cool. Something interesting. So I'll have one of these on each side, and they will be attaching to these sensors. Just like this. Oops. Oh man, they are fast. Which is good, you know? A... D. Okay, so these will have... I don't have like a always on thing, so I just use a distance sensor. Make this face downwards. But you would also want something to be holding onto this. Like a... This. Like a this. Ooh. Turn these hinges to always be on. Sure. Trigger. Sure. Mute on input. So, let's go to 30 angle. I think that's enough. Strength 200, sure. I think that's fine. So, oops. Oopsie. I had controls on. And also, if you're wondering how I can double click on this, I've never seen any YouTubers say. What you do is like, you click one of these, you hold control, and then you double click on it again, which give you more of the same thing. I like how there's no big square anymore. I think that's a lot nicer to see things just like this. I really like this new change. It's a lot less clunky. Anyways, as you can see, if I go up to a wall, some of these sensors should turn on. There we go. Yep. I think it's better that I had all these, so I can do a slightly better thing. But as you can see, it's turning on. These, I think I need to change all of these to a little, ooh. Alright. I was wondering why they weren't all the same. Anyways, the distance should be, well, it doesn't really matter, because I don't know what it means by meters, by M. Because there's no real measurement of distance in Trailmakers. So what we're going to be doing is 25 meters. So let's see. Whoa. Okay, that's not bad. It'll keep us away from the walls. I do think 25 meters might be a little too much on smaller ways, so we're going to go to 15 meters. Now let's test it. Let's see. Actually, I just thought of something. We can technically like use distance sensors to do measurement now. So that should be like 15 meters right there, because this one's lighting up. Okay, that's cool. I think I can do another video measuring things. Maybe, maybe not. I think it'll kind of be ridiculous to do it, but still. It's an idea. So, now we've got to do a couple of logic things. So these, one of these, will be our reverse. And since these are both in the same spot, I think I can do this, because I think it'll be better to have one on top of the other. Or, I don't know. I'll leave it like this for now, and if we ever need to change it, we can change it. So this distance sensor will be connected to our engines, which we have 3 of right here. 1, 2, 3. We'll activate it to go in reverse. So if that distance sensor gets hit, we will go in reverse, hopefully. Hopefully. Good. And then, where's the other one? This one's the other one. Gotta color code these, or I get confused. Let's turn this cyan. Cyan it is. So this one is gonna be going to our steering. You know why? Which way is this gonna go? D. Okay, so I need to invert this too. So, this is gonna be our turning. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's gonna turn it red. I'm getting confused now. So, it'll send us in reverse. Or, that happens. And I do think this needs to be non-reversed, because we're going to be going backwards. So let me try that again. So if I go head first into a wall, it'll reverse us out of the way. So basically, this right here is our failsafe. If we go onto a head-on collision with the wall, it will back us up and then stop us. I do think there's a little delay problem with the steering happening first. So I think I'll delay the steering for how many seconds? 1 second. 1 second will be good. So this is our steering. Let's delay it for 1. 2. That's right, I was heading toward the wall. Yeah, I gotta delay its input a little longer, if it's even on. 3 seconds. Because I want it to, like, you know, like, actually not hit the wall. That's weird. Oh, is it because I'm... Yeah, it might be because I'm already turning that way. Anyways, let's hit the wall. Let's try this wall now. Better. Better. I think that's fine. But because it's only going in one direction, I think I need to make another one of these. I think this actually should be on one side. You know? Well, let me test something again. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. So what I was gonna do was put this red distance sensor on the side instead. So like when we hit the front, it would turn a specific way. But I realized that's not gonna work, because then they're all gonna hit it. Because they all turn on. So it's just gonna cancel out and it's just gonna go backwards. You see the problem now? But I think this current setup is fine. Now we're gonna move on to the other sensors. The bottleneck yellow sensor, and then the green, whatever this color is. So for each one of these, we wanted to turn the opposite way. All of these will be connected to these. This one would want it to go... Well, let me test it first. Yeah, it's turning the wrong way. So these ones want the hinges to be going the opposite way. And yeah, that's about it. So if we get onto a non-head-on collision with a wall, we should keep going. And I think I also want to connect this to my engines as well. Why doesn't it let me? Okay, that was weird. So these will always be going forward. I guess I'll put it on 0.5 scale forward. That's not a bad speed. Now let's test it. Yep, it's working. Now, I mean, it's not gonna stop from a head-on collision, because these things aren't... Well, because there's a gap here, so you can't really fill that gap reliably. Now we gotta do the other side. And this will be also... Oops. No, don't do that. These will also go into the steering hinges. And we should have some code working here. Now it's gonna be permanently on. See, I'm clapping my hands. I'm not touching the thing. I'm only gonna be moving my camera, so all of this is being driven at 40 miles per hour. Now, this isn't, you know, the best, because if we had a wall like this, we're gonna go... Actually, yeah. I think it's fine for now. It's not bad. It'll eventually find a way. The main thing I don't want happening is, like, this thing just not going the right way. Because if it has a head-on collision with a wall, and then it just so happens to go the wrong way, it'll just go backwards along the track. Which is something I don't want. So, how would I fix that? What I am gonna do is I'm gonna extend these, the range of these, so that we barely ever have to do the front-on collision. We're gonna go back to 25. Now we got a head-on collision. But these should help avoid it. Hey! We got something. Now, the center ones were just in case. If both of them get caught at the same time. This steering system isn't great. You know, it has to go to a specific direction. But it is doing really well. For what I consider to be my second time doing this. And it's actually doing it well. Which is something I'm surprised. Because, the other 2 or 3 times, it did horribly. So, I'm doing better than I thought I would. I mean, it's great. Looks nice, too. So, this is autopilot, I guess. What else would I technically need on an autopilot vehicle? So, I think I know what I need to do. I'm gonna copy all these. And then have them tilted slightly downwards. You're probably wondering, why? Why? It's just gonna cause a bunch of issues. Well, issues isn't a problem. Because I'm gonna be inverting all the triggers on these. And you'll see why in a second. Hopefully. Oops. I think that's good. I also don't want the controls on these. Stop. Okay, so we need to invert all the triggers on these distance sensors. Why? Well, it's gonna detect if we're gonna fall off a cliff. And it's gonna stop it from happening. Invert trigger. So if it ever senses that we are going off a cliff, and also kind of want it to stop now, because I need to raise the setup. I need to raise the wheels, because the whole thing is getting a little large now. If you have a size constraint, then I know that you can 100% make this smaller. But because I like having so much sensors, and I think it looks cool, I don't have a problem with space right now either, so. So I'm gonna teleport this thing here. And then we're gonna show you what the problem is. Never mind. So it still senses the water. I'm gonna change all these to like a shorter distance because I don't want to go I don't want to go off a cliff, you know. So let's go 0. Actually no, 1 will be good, as long as it doesn't see the water within 1 Actually, I'll keep this at the same distance. It will stop. Okay, that's the problem. Because all these are creeping backwards. Just realized that. Let's go 2. That's a problem. I am gonna remove these 2 edge pieces because they're getting annoying. I think it looks cleaner like that. So when they have no walls, they can't really do anything. And I thought that's what's the things we're gonna solve. But I don't think so anymore. Because these aren't getting they're not pushing hard enough or long enough. That sounded weird. The block gets... okay. Duration. 1 second. No. 3... oops. 3 seconds. Because I think it's better if it's like that. Because they're not pushing the ideal long enough. So we'll have this go at 8 seconds of duration. Then we'll back this out with the water for them. Because this thing's still drivable. There's no problem with the driving. I think it looks pretty natural to me. Oh, it also senses any, like, hill. It doesn't like going on hills, it seems. But I think it works really well. It's also sensing that rock. Which is good. It's making progress, but I think it's only going in circles. What a questionable spot you found yourself in. How'd you get up here? I know I saw everything, but I'm so confused. How? And why? And how? Maybe I shouldn't... I shouldn't have this... here. So it only just backs up. That wasn't me, I swear. Oh, because as long as it doesn't see ground, it wants to go backwards. As long as this doesn't ever leave the ground, I think it'll be fine. And... okay. Okay. Not promising. Huh. Huh. Maybe I should use that one block. The position sensor. Oh. Maybe I should use this altitude block. So this block is going to be relative to the underside of this vehicle. Why? Why not? Apparently, it's just 2 blocks above ground. So as long as it is not... it triggers at 0.5. It will output a signal to the engines to go backwards. So let's say I were to forcefully send this thing into water. It will immediately try to get out of water and then retrace its path. There we go. Yeah! We got this working. I wasn't planning to teach anything. Really. Because I didn't know how I was going to accomplish this either. But I hopefully taught you something. Okay, I definitely need to fix this. So maybe I need to re-add this back in here. And this will be inverted trigger and distance like 2. That's a problem. Yeah, let's send it back into the ocean. Yeah, I think it reacts faster. I think, need to add another one of these. And I should turn both of these to like 0.9 instead. Because, why? 0.9, as long as it gets even close to water, or underneath water level, it will start crying in pain. And I think it should also activate a delayed sensor, which is one of these 2. Delayed sensor. This will be delayed by 0. This will be delayed by 3. It will be activating a output, negative output for 2 of these. Huh? Why did it drive itself into the ocean? Okay, we're gonna try that again. I think the sensors got confused. Okay, anyways, we're on a good track. We haven't collided fully into water yet. Maybe I should do like at least 1 above water and then it gets scared. No, I think 0.1 is fine. Because anywhere near water level is gonna be bad for this thing. Did I change my camera mode? Yes, I did. So we're gonna be back at this place where the vehicle gets stuck. I'm gonna force it to get out. Get out. I don't want you to be stuck here. There we go. So now we're on a new path. Somewhere new. Somewhere interesting. Testing the leaf spring suspension on this. I think it looks great. I think it works fine. How about you? Have you gotten yours to work yet? Put your comment down below and, tell me. I think if I were to release at least 20 of these out in the wild, At least 90 of them would die already. I need to fix that. So I need these front ones to react much, much faster. And I think what that has to do with is these. These are already preoccupied with dealing with the vehicle going forwards. We need some to deal with it to go backwards. So this is where these come from. Now these will all activate the engines. Since, well, actually no, the steering ones don't need to. It's just this one. This one needs to activate these engines. So does this one. So if any of them collide, it'll be easier to get away. And the altitude sensors, I think. Need to activate those too. Now the normal driving shouldn't use the engines on the top. Only when it gets into danger it should use that. So let's take a look and see if my testing and theorizing is correct. Yeah. There's no issues at all. I think it's going great. I like it. It works just fine. No issues at all. No issues. Oh yes. Oh, okay. I think it's because it's below water level and it's trying to get out. And I think my engine might be too fast. Okay, please stop now. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Maybe we don't give the engines to the altitude sensors. They don't deserve the engines anymore. And maybe I should stiffen this suspension a little bit more. Yeah. And this one should have a duration of deactivates after this time. 3, 4, 2. Okay. I'm still kind of scared that it might go back to the water and then break itself again. But that shouldn't be a concern, because we're going to check that out right now. Maybe we should have the steering on a different. Because then they don't all use the same steering. Because now I should, whenever it wants to go into water, it'll turn the opposite way. And then continue to turn the opposite way until it gets out. And then it goes into the water. What is this one again? Oh, maybe I should swap these two places. Or something like this. Okay, let's try one more time with the external driving test. Why did it drive backwards? That's my question. Oh. So if this one starts first, I should do like that then. Kinda works. I think what I should do instead is a if statement. A if function. So if this one goes first, if there should be an if. No, it's math. Math is scary. If. So if this comes first, then this should activate. Yeah. All inputs are 0. If any input. If only one input is not 0. So, instead of having these on the engines, we'll go into this and this. Alright. So if this one comes first, it doesn't do anything. Great. Then I shouldn't have this one. And I should just put this in the center. Where is the center mass? There. That is the ideal center of the vehicle. Then we'll have this right here. And it should be backwards now. Maybe I should have this one as far back as possible, and then have another one as far front as possible. So this one will be negative, and then this one will be positive. And it should be at 1.2 instead of the negative, because I think that might be better for. Ooh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What'd I do? This one right here. It's your fault. You're going up here. Wait, no, I control C. You go here. Actually, that's too high, that's too high, that's too high. You. Attach here. And then face up. See it. Because this thing is turning, I think I should replace this with this. Kinda? Well, this thing's in the sea like a pickle. Okay, maybe this should be 2 instead. Oh, no. What is this? Trigger below 2. Alright, whatever. I think for the most part, it works. So I can teach you guys again. I'll restate everything one more time to teach you guys again how this works, if you didn't follow along for the most part during the video. So, we got the distance sensors. The top row of sensors. These 4 make this wheel turn this way to stop it from hitting a wall. These make the wheel turn this way to stop it from hitting a wall. These are head-on sensors, so they stop the vehicle from getting hit in the forward. These are inverted of these. They still cause them to go this way and this way, but if they don't see the floor, then they will activate, causing us to not fall into oblivion. These are to turn it, and they need to be at a 30-degree angle to be optimal, so they can actively sense. These bottom ones need to be tilted downwards so that they can see the floor at 30 degrees. And let me show you some of the code. These yellow ones are all to the wheels, need to be negative, depending on where your steering is. These green ones need positive and at the same distance of 25, and need to be on the steering hinges. You need to activate invert trigger, but everything on these ones should be the same except for the distance, which is 2 meters. Then what else do I got? I also need the distance sensor, which will be controlling these as a forced always on toggle. These will be a always on engine. Only these engines, not the backup engines. Then this altitude sensor in the back, which will be altitude 2. Trigger below. And it'll be on these engines to go forward. This one will be 0.9. Trigger below. Output 1. And it'll be towards the steering. Then this one right here. Another altitude sensor. 0.9. Outputs -1. Then the output mode will be trigger below. And it'll be on these, the engines, not the backup engines. The only reason these backup engines are here are for these, which are to quickly make it go backwards. Because without them, they won't be going backwards very fast. Now, let's do some testing on the valley. Oops. I was trying to get this thing to try to race, but that's not good. Well, it's not hitting any cliffs yet. Just as I say that, there are a lot of problems with this, because I'm using raw engines. They're a little slower than, the dragon engines. And the acceleration isn't as good as it used to be because of the Mega Mach. And so whenever I want to go forward, it goes too fast, and then it just can't stop itself, really, before it just falls off. As you can see, it knows it wants to stop, but just doesn't. So it isn't as good of cliffs. If you want to figure out how to stop this thing from going off cliffs, I guess you could try other engines. That's my thing. That's a choice. But me, I'm just gonna leave it because I think it's fine as it is. To prove to you that this is 100% auto and not me just driving around, I'm just gonna about. It is very wobbly because, you know, it's a distance sensor vehicle. It's not supposed to be driving by itself. Why is it going? Oops. I was gonna chase after it, but so you, and then I'll have my double wishbone chasing after it. And it would keep my blocks. Hey, don't chase me. Huh. Oh, come on. It was doing better a while ago. I mean, it's not supposed to be out here. Anyway, it's supposed to be on, like, the racetrack and stuff, but still. You should be doing better. We all saw that you were doing good. What happened? Oh, not. Oh my. And then you go back into the ocean. Maybe here isn't a great spot. The only reason I'm able to fish this thing out is because of the, you know, those engines on top. Without them, I can't fish this thing out, really. I'm gonna move you out here, and then I'm gonna get my other vehicle. Or was. Go let as much of these go. Oop. See where the other ones went? They're all going on the same path. That's interesting. There's one over there, one over there. What happened to the other one? Oh, all three of them are stuck in there. Actually, that one's fine. Those two are just hanging out over here in the swamps. Oh, I know, they might be stuck because the swamp is below sea level. That one is doing just fine, I think. Oh, no, it's just turning around. Wonder why. And it just... okay. Yeah, you saw that I was doing earlier. It was doing better earlier. Anyways, I guess I can bring it back to the Grand Prix. I need to get my, escort truck back. For my default racing vehicle. Yeah, let's bring it back here and then just have it run a race. I'm gonna have it stop itself near the start zone. And then we're just gonna let it go. And then I'm gonna chase after it. See when it finishes. Let's see. Don't want to get too deep in the sand, otherwise I'm kind of stuck. Oops. My Formula 1 cars are really fast. It isn't meant for this. If you saw that Formula 1 video, good. If you didn't, please go ahead and watch it. It's a good video. As you can see, I teach you how to make this thing. A very stylistic Formula 1 car. It looks like a Formula 1 car, right? Right? Tell me it looks like a Formula 1 car. I spent so much time on this. Anyways, we are 1 minute into the race, and this thing is still on its own roam time. I mean, Mr. Nazir Bros brother, do you consider this autopilot? Do you? Well, I might start saying, might as well start saying goodbyes. Thank you guys for watching the video on Autopilot, which is, well, this one's specifically for test tracks. That's what it does best. And for the first half of the video, I guess you could say that's about it. The other half was me just trying to figure out if it can work on the outside, which it does, but it just keeps going into, you know, holes and stuff. So this is the Autopilot. I hope this is what you meant by Autopilot, Nazir Bros brother. That's it for today's video. Well, until we finish this race, then we'll. But I'm gonna tell you this early. Comment down below any suggestions for tutorials, video ideas, anything of that sorts. Any kind of build you want to see. Anything. I specifically do vehicles from vehicle franchises, or like game franchises. Like, for example, I did the Paw Patroller from Paw Patrol, which is not really meant for. It's not really about the vehicle itself. It's about the pups and the stuff. But I still made it because it's cool, and that was like a while ago. So any suggestions will be really cool. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content, kind of like this. And there we go. 10 minutes and 22 seconds for a full lap of the Grand Prix. It's still going. It's gonna go on another lap. Or not. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below any suggestions. And, yeah, see you guys in the next one.